Hey guys, welcome to the Kasper Konnect. We are back using technology to bridge the gap between the office and the field, and want to welcome back special guest, Vanessa.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Vanessa. Hey, so glad that you're joining us as we dive into another topic, and we're going to be talking about goals and goal settings. And so my question for you guys is, what's a goal that you guys accomplished that you're relatively proud of? Maybe something big, maybe something recently significant, but what's something that you did that you feel pretty accomplished of?
In 2020, I read the whole Bible.
Nice.
Yeah, I did like a 1-year reading plan. I got a little way through and was like, this is a horrible idea. This is going to take forever. But I stuck with it and finished January 16th of 2021. So that was a very cool accomplishment for me. Yeah.
Oh, me? I think one of the biggest accomplishments that I did was finishing school while I had little kids. So I got married, had my kid, and I was like, oh, you know what? I got to go back to school. I juggled that, and I'm happy I did.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's tough.
Mine's going to be tough to say. So it's like, like raising a child. Like Mason will be 19 this year.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's big.
He's moving out in a month, and it's like,
yeah.
I don't know if it was a goal, but it was one of the largest accomplishments of my life is having a young man who loves the Lord and respectful, really hardworking. Just better than me, like way better than me. So.
Yeah.
I think that's always the goal, is to make sure that our kids are always better than us.
Yeah,
he's
well
great.
done. I like that one. For me, it was learning Hebrew. So when I went to Israel, I could speak Hebrew with people, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So
can you give us one thing? Was it like can I go to the bathroom, or where's the bathroom?
No, my favorite is ani lishtot mashehu, like I want to drink something.
Okay.
And I just like mashehu. I just think it's fun to say.
We would be like, here's a yoo-hoo. Awesome.
But, so, when we talk about goals, and I think it's fortuitous because Justin, you've been doing a lot of work with the teams on like dream setting and working through different things. And so I felt like we should be talking about goal setting, especially as, we're just always trying to make sure that we're growing as an organization. And so, it's like when we think about goals, sometimes they become big and audacious, and like those are great goals to work towards. But it's like, how do we get there? How do we make sure we're always working towards those things where we can accomplish a great goal? What would you guys say would be the elements to allow us to make sure we're accomplishing our goals?
I think breaking it down into smaller pieces and parts, especially if it is a huge goal, it's like if you're not seeing the progress and you're not measuring the progress throughout, you kind of get discouraged sometimes. And so, again, for example, reading the whole Bible, it's an enormous book and it's a big goal, but it's like it was broken down for me like week by week what to read. And so it was like one bite at a time. I could, take the whole or get the whole thing done. So I think maybe breaking it down and then just checking that it is something that you actually want to do. Because I think a lot of times we maybe try to restart the same goal over and over and over again. And so I think sometimes we have to take a step back and go, is this actually something I want to accomplish? Because I seem to not be very motivated to do it.
Yeah.
So make sure that you are really wanting to go after whatever it is that you've set before you.
Yeah.
So as we're going through a lot of these kind of dream manager, dream setting, vision casting goals, a lot of people have great ideas, but it's an idea and it's hard to accomplish an idea. So a goal, a SMART goal, and there's an acronym, SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relevant, and timely. So if you can't say I've done it, it's not a goal. It's just kind of a dream or an idea. Like there's got to be a check, So I think that's one of the hardest things. And then, like you said, breaking down that big check into 365 little checks or 12 little checks or whatever that is. So for us, we're working on 90-day checks.
Yeah.
So we're checking in every 90 days to make sure that when we get to 12 months, we are where we thought we would be. And the other thing I would say is be a little flexible.
Yeah.
be gracious with yourself. Things happen. One of your goals was like school with kids. Like kids throw so many wrenches into the idea. And so it's like, I don't know if you finished exactly when you thought you would or not, but like I started going to apprenticeship school. I had a 6-month-old. It's like, man, that was way harder than I thought. But if you get 90 days in or 180 days in and you're only 50% of where you thought you readjust, like give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
It'd be better to finish something well than just give up and consider it a miss.
Yeah.
And you can always start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always change your direction too.
Exactly. Find your passion. My thing that I think would be time management. I think a lot of people have the desire to do something, but not necessarily the structure. And if you don't control your time, time controls you. So it's just about organizing yourself, structure yourself, take some time for you, for whatever that goal is, whether it's like an hour a day or a week, whatever you can manage to make that happen. And again, if the passion is there, it's going to follow. It's going to be simple. You shouldn't be fighting against the tide. If it's truly your passion, and the goal is just going to flow right through.
Yeah. I would say accountability. And because, some people actually, they need the flexibility. Other people need like a hard accountability. I coached this one young man that was working to get into the Naval Academy, and he was chubby, like he, wasn't going working out and everything. And at the time, it was like a deep political divide as like we were really gearing up. And so I was like, all right, every time you skip a workout, you have to pay $50 to this other campaign, because he was like all in on one campaign. And I was like, all right, you skip a workout, you have to put $50 into the other campaign. And so like never skipped a workout, especially because he didn't have any money. So he would have to ask his parents to get the $50 to then donate it, And so it's like, there's times where it's like, we can achieve our goals by like kind of turning up the intentionality of things and like gaining that accountability. But it's like, we also need to recognize that like, there's a time, man. Like if there's a time where it's like, it's not going to work because I got kids, like then you dial it down and then you do what you got to do, but I think that's a great opportunity for us. And so, when we look at the goals that we want to be achieving and moving towards, like Justin, like maybe like what goals for the organization do you think as like that come to mind, or, that you guys would say, Cassie, would be the things that you were like, I really would love us to kind of keep pushing towards this direction?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, which is probably the first goal we gave you as chief culture officer was, and really it's both of you guys, is having our turnover rate be so much better than the industry standard. I think industry standard was like 67%. Is that correct?
70.
Or somewhere around 70%. Yeah. And it's like, man, we want to hire to retire. And so we say that, but do we do that? And it's wonderful to use Carlos recruiting and making sure that we're getting the right candidates in, and then checking in on the 1 week and the first day and all that fun stuff. So that we are doing that. And I think we're at like 10% or something.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's good.
And so that's a goal that I'm like, man, I'm super excited about, because we love people and we want to build strong families, and we can't do that if we're constantly turning people over.
Yeah. And I really, to kind of partner with that is, I think, building strong families, building strong people. Again, like we sit in interviews after interview after interview and listen to the chaos of the workplace out there. And so I am so grateful to have the ability to have a place that we can create almost like a refuge, like a safe haven, like, hey, come here, know that you're loved, know that your family's loved, know that you're cared for, know that we have your best interest at heart. And I want to just continue to grow and empower a team that does that for every single person on their team. And so like, that's a goal for me. Like, obviously I love numbers and all of that. But way more than that, I love growing and developing people and watching people go from point A to point B, and just increasing the quality of their life, the quality of their families' lives, whether it's financial or relational or any of it. I mean, it's just, it's the best. It's the most rewarding thing. And so I think if we can continue to develop a culture that it's not just the people at this table or a couple people out in the field doing it, but every single person is dedicated to that mission, I think it's just going to transform this workplace even more than I think it already is great.
I love that. Any other thoughts for goals?
I was just going to say that as an employee here, I attest to that. I've seen the difference 100%.
We paid her $400 to say that.
No, but for real, it you can tell it's very different here. You guys actually love and care about your employees, so it's
And you're on the front line as the care team.
As the carer,
I love seeing that. Yeah, it's such a good mission.
I was just thinking, like, we put numbers, you say numbers, it's like 100 million is one of our goals, but it's not the dollars that we actually think about. We just have to put a number out there. It's the people and families that represents, because that's like 300 to 350 families we would be impacting at that point. And so we're excited to go there. P&Ls drive decisions, data drives decisions, but it's the people that drives all the data, people that drives all the heart behind everything. So find what motivates you. Like you said, you figured out for the kid you were coaching, you figured out what motivated him to get there. So find a great goal, find what's going to motivate you to get there, and then the accountability. If you ever end up finishing a goal and you're the only one there to celebrate, like, you've missed the mark.
I think it'd be a cool opportunity for us to say, as you guys are dropping in comments to win the Visa gift card, let this time be it where you drop your name and your goal for what you're trying to achieve, and we're going to then pull that name out to say that we're excited to celebrate that goal for you, but also that Visa gift card for you. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.